welcome to United Voices, where we spotlight the biggest stories shaping Africa's future. I'm Akosua Prempe, broadcasting from the United States of Africa. Today, we're diving into a groundbreaking move from Burkina Faso, one that's getting attention across the continent. The government just announced that visa fees for African nationals are now a thing of the past. But is this the start of true freedom of movement for Africans, or just another symbolic gesture? We'll break down what the new policy really means, how it compares to similar steps by Ghana, Rwanda, and Kenya, and what it could mean for Pan-African unity going forward. Before we get started, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like this video, and share it with your friends, family, and networks. We want your thoughts. Drop a comment below and tell us, do you think Africa is ready for open borders? Every click, comment, and share helps connect all Africans and brings us one step closer to real continental unity. Now, let's hear directly from Burkina Faso's President Ibrahim Traoré as he lays out his vision for the future of African travel and integration.
My fellow Africans, today, I stand before you to announce a decision that's making headlines across our continent. From now on, visas for African nationals to Burkina Faso will cost nothing. Free travel across borders sounds like a dream for many, but let me make something clear. Free does not mean automatic. Every traveler must still apply online, wait for approval, and only after that, you can travel. This policy is more than just a headline. It's about the future of African unity. I know this announcement sounds like a step toward the Africa without borders we all dream about. But look closely, and you'll see this is a first move, not the final step. African citizens no longer pay visa fees to enter Burkina Faso. That's straightforward. But the process is still there. You apply online, fill out the forms, submit details, and wait for approval. People everywhere are asking, is this visa-free travel? Not quite. Visa-free means you just show up with your passport. What we're offering is a free visa, no payment, same process. Some travel sites might still show old fees as of September 2025. And yes, rollout is not always as fast as the headlines. Why keep applications? The answer is security. Online applications let us know who is coming, help us keep our country safe, and maintain control in a region facing real security challenges. Approval is not automatic. Requests can be denied just as before. But I see how powerful this step feels. For the Senegalese traveler, for the Ivorian entrepreneur, for the Nigerian student, removing fees puts dreams within closer reach. No more expensive hurdles. But yes, there's still paperwork. Cheaper? Absolutely. Easier? Yes. But this is not the full freedom of movement we imagine. Not yet. And that's my message to you. Burkina Faso is signaling openness and solidarity, but we still hold responsibility at our borders. We're balancing aspiration with sovereignty. So remember, travel to Burkina Faso for Africans is now less expensive, but not frictionless. It's not the borderless Africa in our dreams, but it's a step. The practical effect depends on how well we implement this change and how much we align promise with reality. Most important, this decision is about what we represent, more than visitor numbers alone. Burkina Faso is showing its neighbors and all Africans that we want to lead on mobility and unity, but we need clear systems, honest follow-through, and real results if we want dreams to become everyday reality. And don't forget, while we take this step, other African states, Ghana, Rwanda, Kenya, have their own stories and experiments to learn from. We are not alone in trying this. Look at Rwanda. Visa on arrival, no advanced paperwork for fellow Africans. Kigali turned this openness into a boom for tourism and trade, but that worked only because Rwanda invested in hotels, transport, and strong institutions. No shortcuts. Kenya took an even bolder step in 2023. No visa requirement for Africans. It sent shockwaves. Suddenly, travel felt spontaneous. But behind the scenes, new border tech and better monitoring were needed. Symbolism? Yes. But also a real need for security and investment. Ghana chose partial openness, focusing on West African integration and welcoming the African diaspora. Programs like the Year of Return brought visitors and headlines. But not all paperwork vanished. Many still face approvals. Ghana's progress is big in spirit, but daily reality is a patchwork. Each case teaches us something. Tourism does jump, unity gets headlines, pride grows. But the real test is not at the microphone section of an announcement. It's at the airport queue, the land border, the online portal. Without investment in systems, the best policy turns into confusion. The lesson for us is that policy changes need backup, clear administration, good technology, and plans for the surge. Symbolism matters, but solid implementation is what counts in daily life. To me, visas are more than paperwork. They're instruments of unity. Waiving fees is just a detail in a vision for a borderless, sovereign Africa. We're not just cutting costs, we're building civic dignity. This is about reclaiming control of our borders from colonial history and making them serve Africans. This is classic Pan-African thinking. Remove artificial boundaries, reclaim our space, make movement a right, not a privilege. When people feel they belong, across languages, across cultures, our continent grows stronger. But let's be honest, the Sahel is under strain. Security threats, migration, displacement, these are not small issues. I hear the concerns. How can you open borders in a crisis? My response is clear. Security is important, but unity is also security. Solidarity deters instability more than walls do. We're calling on a shared memory, a time before borders, a time when Africans could move freely, trade, learn, and visit family across regions. Today's policy is a signal to the diaspora as well. You are welcome to connect, to return, to belong. And this policy fits continental goals, like the African Continental Free Trade Area. Mobility is not just for tourists, it's for workers, students, and businesses. We want our country to plug into that bigger picture. But I know that vision alone is not enough. Easier travel is only as good as the roads, the hospitality, and the security that go with it. We must work on all these fronts, not just make speeches. In the end, this step is about leadership. Burkina Faso dares to act, not just talk. But symbolism must meet reality, or hope turns to frustration. That's the balance. Open hearts, but responsible hands on the wheel. So the question is, who follows? If one state moves forward, can it trigger a wider domino effect? The next stage isn't about free visas, it's about building momentum, pushing the whole continent toward the freedom we all want. My fellow Africans, this isn't about saving a few francs, it's about breaking mental chains. This is Africa shaping its future, not obeying old lines drawn for us. But let's not settle for symbolism. Real change comes from citizens demanding reliable systems, clear rules, and genuine investment. It comes from refusing to accept empty promises. Whether in Burkina Faso, Ghana, Rwanda, or Kenya, each step is a brick in the road to true mobility and lasting sovereignty. Our vision, my vision, isn't just about Burkina Faso. It's for Africa and for the world to see. I am President Ibrahim Traoré. This is my promise to you. We'll keep pushing, keep trying, and keep building an Africa where freedom of movement, unity, and dignity are not just dreams, but reality. Thank you.